Hey JC, it's Wednesday, and I just need to put a prior warning on this video that it might get a little bit gross. If you want to look in the description, I can tell you like what kind of gross, but if you just don't want to hear anything gross, don't watch this video today. Just move on. Watch some of our other videos from the past. It'll be fun. But yeah, there's your warning. Bye. Hey JC, it's Wednesday, but I'm actually making this video on Monday because this Wednesday, or today when you're watching this, I will be taking my finals. And that's stressful enough as it is, so this is also going to be a completely unedited video. There will be no jump cuts or anything like that, so hopefully I don't mess up, and if I do, just ignore it. Because today, you get to hear my most embarrassing high school story. That's right. This happened my junior year in 0 Hour, and it has haunted me quite a lot since. So I'm hopeful that if I announce it to the world, I'll get over it. So let's see how this goes. So I had a 0 Hour all through high school every year, but this story revolves around the 0 Hour English class I had my junior year. I got sick over one weekend, and we had a test that Monday when we were supposed to come back to school. And I was just not feeling well, so I stayed home on Monday, and my teacher was a bit stricter, and so she was like, you have to come in and take this test, like, it's insane. I think I also missed class Tuesday because I was still sick, so I think I came back Wednesday. Otherwise, I came back Tuesday, I don't remember. But the day doesn't matter. The point is, the day I came back, I had to make up this test. So we were in the computer lab, and also kind of back knowledge that you need to know, I had this class with a lot of good friends and a lot of people who I would have liked to impress more than I probably did. And so we were in the computer lab, and so like there's like this row of all my friends sitting like all next to each other, and there's a spot where I'm gonna sit once I finish this test, but I'm separate from them so I can take the test and everything. And I started to feel really sick while taking this test, but also backstory, I tend to feel like sick in the early morning, so I was like, it's okay, I'll be fine. So I got one of my friends to hand me my water bottle, and I was like, okay, I got this, it'll be good. I'm drinking my water, taking my test, and then I'm gonna sit by all my friends who are sitting right over there. And then I really started to feel sick. Like, stuff was coming up my throat, but then I was able to swallow it back down. I was like, oh golly, I'm gonna need to ask my teacher if I can go to the bathroom so I can throw up in the bathroom. I should probably put a warning on this video that it's gonna get gross. I'll do that. I'll do that in the title, because I forgot to do it while I was talking. I'm not going to edit this video, so I'm not going to say anything at the beginning. Anywho, continuing. I slowly started to feel more and more sick, and then some stuff came up my throat into my mouth that I could not swallow back down, so I ran over to my teacher's desk. But there was a student there talking to her, and I was trying to get her to look at me, because I can't say anything. Like, literally, I was like this, and covering my mouth because stuff was about to come flying out of my mouth. And this kid's talking to her, and I was just like, and finally she looks over, and loud as anything, JC, she, like, basically screams, go to the bathroom, run, go! So everyone in the classroom, instead of being focused on their computers, turns to look at me, and I book it out the door, and am running down the hall to the bathroom, which is actually really far away, because I had to go down the hall and around a corner and then into the bathroom. So there was a bit of a trail, so everyone knew what was happening and where I was going. And I got to the bathroom, did my thing. A friend happened to chase after me, and she like held back my hair, so I'm so grateful for that. And then I had to go back and clean up the hall, but yeah, so I came back to class after that, and everyone's looking at me when I walk in, and I just went up to my teacher, and I was like, I didn't finish my test. Can I go home? And she was like, yes, you can go home. Don't come back until you're better, and you can finish your test when you get back. So I went back home. I was eternally embarrassed in that class. Thankfully, it was kind of near the end of the year, so, like, I was able to quickly get out of there, and hopefully people have kind of forgotten it by now. But the worst part was at the end of the year, my teacher made like a goodbye letter sort of to all of her students, and in it she mentioned each of her students. So like all my friends were mentioned in it, and like all these other things. I think there was one student in my class she forgot, and I really felt bad for that kid. Whoever it was, I forget who it was, but I think I remember her forgetting someone. But so she listed all our names and like things she'll remember us by, and some of them were like nice, like I remember how you always knew the answer to each question. And then some of them, like one of my friends, wasn't as nice. She said, I remember how every day you had to ask how we turned in this one assignment, when every day it was the same exact process. So that one wasn't quite as nice. Well, for mine, she chose to write, Jordan, I really hope you get better next year, because that sure was a scare that one morning. And I was like, okay, I have successfully kind of forgotten about that, and you just brought up in the worst way possible, because all these kids in here, well, not all of them, probably not even a few, but some of them were going to keep that paper and look back on it, and I would always be remembered as the girl who vomited in the hall and in class. So, there you go. That's my most embarrassing story. I know this video's a bit longer than usual, but it's not quite that long, which is kind of good because I'm not going to edit it. So, yeah. Wish me luck on my finals. Hopefully it goes well, and hopefully I don't throw up in the middle of them. Thanks, JC. See you on Friday.